Hello, welcome to Marriage Minutes. And today we're going to talk about what are the qualities that you value in your spouse. I'm going to brag on
All right, so how we came to this topic is our daughter just the other night asked us, well, she asked her mom first, what?
What kind of qualities do you like or love about your husband?
And then she brought the question to me. And so that's how this topic came up. And so we want you guys to think about what qualities do you love or like about your spouse?
Are you going first or me?
I'll go first.
All right.
I love that my wife is adventurous and very flexible in her time schedule. And she has a saying, and silly, laughter is part of her lifestyle. She has a saying that she can go from the Owl House to the White House. And so I love that about her.
Oh, I love that my husband is like, he doesn't even realize this, but he's like one of the smartest people that I know. Like he can probably do anything that he allows himself to do. Like he stops himself. But I just think that his intellect is limitless. That's what I like about him. I also
What's my turn?
Okay, go ahead.
I love that my wife knows how to cook. And she cooks well for me. And so
nobody else says I cook well.
I mean, they may say it or not, but for what our family needs, she cooks very well. She's, like I said, a wide array of different things. She pushes the envelope for us to try different things. And so I may not try them, but she definitely opens our horizons up to new things. When we got married, I was a black and blue guy. And then she, showed
my food, baby.
Oh, yeah. But that's just the same thing. You just have allowed us to open ourselves up to other things.
Okay. My husband is a fabulous cook as well. So that's something that I jokingly say to people. Sometimes I think about leaving him and then I remember his brisket and his macaroni and cheese and I sit right back down. So my husband is a great cook as well.
2 meals.
Well, I can keep going.
No, that's fine.
Okay. I mean, you want me to tell them everything? Then you have everybody here trying to you cook. Okay. You can go into specifics about what I cook.
No, I did. Okay. I did not. All right. I did not. She makes a very good pound.
I did. Go ahead.
My wife is, I would say she was the one, her spirituality is very part of who we are as a Whitehouse. We're so different because she's a list person and I'm a thinker. And so she'll just, let's do it. It's on the list, let's do it. And I'm like, no, it's on the list, let's think about it. And so we're so different in that. But her spirituality, coming back to that, is just one of the things that has been steadfast in terms of who we are as a family, who we are as a couple. And so she has drawn me out and helped me grow in a spiritual sense and challenged me in ways I don't think she even knows just by her walk.
Oh, wow. What are you talking about? So this next one I have a love-hate relationship with this part of Mark. It's his analytical mind. And he was just talking a little bit about that. Like, I love the fact that he's really smart and intelligent and can think through anything. But because I am, let's just go, sometimes I feel like his analysis of things kind of drives me crazy, but I know that God has us together because I am not analytical. I'm just a goer. And so where would I be in life without somebody that was not necessarily a big picture person like I am, but is a ABC person? A lot of times, Mark pretty much lets me do anything that I want to do, but he has to say no first. But now I'm learning that no says, no, because I haven't thought about it yet. And it still might be no.
Who told you that?
I just got it. 25 years in, I just got it. But his no thwarts me because he's like, if I don't say no, this girl is gonna run out here and do it today because he knows how I am. So I thank God for that quality. As much as it irritates me, I know that it's a blessing to have someone that says, okay, let's think about this a little bit differently before you go out there and bump your head.
I would say what's next for me is family oriented. I think every family has, how do you say this? You have a very active part of the family and you have a very non-active part of the family. I come from a family in which one side was very active and gigantic, and one side was active, but not to the degree that the other side was. And so family has always been important. And so her love for her family and her interaction with her family is another quality. You're running out. Huh?
No, absolutely not running out. I love his humor. I love his sarcasm. I do. I love his imitation of animals. When he
That's probably, you want to explain it?
Your impression of animals talking about what they're talking about. Like, I think that's hilarious. Like, he tells me what Tyson, our dog, is talking about quite often, and it's hilarious. He has this really, I don't know, his sense of humor is just, I don't know, it keeps me on my toes. And a lot of times I'm not expecting it. It comes out of nowhere. And I just appreciate that about him. I also will say, too, that Mark is very creative. And I'm fascinated about the things that he does. And somebody came in here, so we got windows done recently. And he's deciding what trim of paint or trim of, what's that called? Varnish, stain to go on the trims, right? And so
to match the rest of the house.
To match the rest of the house.
As close as possible.
Oh, he's going to tell the story. I'm talking about you. So anyway, he has designed this thing where he has put different stains all on one portable piece of wood. And so now he's just taking that piece of wood and putting it up to that frame and deciding which one of those 4 stains is best. And so the window guy was here, when he looked at it, he was like, I would never thought about doing that. I would have been painting on each one each time. And I was like, that's just his ingenious and his Google. That's Google. You got
I got the idea from
but you had to know. Okay, so I can't just say you were smart.
Yeah. I'm smart.
All right, go on. What's yours? Since you just took before he said, but he does that with anything, with gardening, with this pool, even though and that's why it's bothering him, can't get it all together, with the pool, with the fence, with the air conditioning, with our cars. Mark puts brakes on our cars and changes our oil and does the lawn and puts sockets in and cooks, and like, he's just versatile. He's just like my man. Yeah.
Ugh. All right. So what we want you to do is on your next date night, just think about the quality on your next time together.
Can I talk about the most important thing that I hope that we unify together? I didn't talk about your spirituality. I think that Mark, for a lot of our marriage, let me lead in that area. And one of the things I'm most proud of and most comfortable with is that in our latter years, he has recognized his role as priest, provider, and protector of our family. And he has stepped up in those places where he might not have felt confident in initially, and he's running the show. And that's probably the most important quality that I love in my husband.
And to finish this round of qualities that we find in each other, helpmate. I don't think I could have asked for a better helpmate.
Are we gonna try to beat each other now?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Helpmate. Just like I said, with who she is as a person and her willingness to shift shape herself to the situation to be a helpmate for that particular scenario. And it doesn't have to always, and a willingness to hear it out and to, okay, let's roll. Let's go. Hear the vision, let's roll. And so But what we would like for you to do is in your just your downtime with each other, if it's in the morning, morning coffee or whatever the case, just think about the qualities that you love about one another and that have sustained you up until now. There may be some things that your spouse didn't start out with that has developed over the years that you're like, man, that is true, you know. So think about that and pour into each other of what those things are and how they have impacted your life. And you'll find that as much as the little things, nuances that we don't like about each other, there's probably a lot of things that we do love about each other that we just sometimes take for granted, don't communicate it, don't verbalize it. And so now would be a good time to share. So that's it. Be well, be blessed.